Here we are. We've done it, Ninja Babes. We're at episode 100. This is blowing my mind right now. This is so insane. It's been 100 episodes, and let me tell you, we're going to take a little blast from the past, and I'm going to just talk about how Ninja Babes started for a second, but beyond that, then we're just going to dive right into this open mic type style with all of your recordings, because this is a party today. We are celebrating, and I'm so excited to get this party started and hear from all of you, hearing all of your personal stories, all of you who submitted and sent in a video or an audio file, just explaining, what Ninja Babes has meant to you over the years and why you listen to the podcast and all this stuff. And it's just incredible to me. I'm so excited. And listening through your recordings some of them made me want to cry because they were just so amazing to hear. And other of them, I was just like giggling along with you and like thinking about these memories and realizing, how much all of you have learned from Ninja Babes and how much I have learned from Ninja Babes. Because let me tell you, when the podcast started back on October 2nd, 2017. That is almost 4 years ago. It was over 3.5 years ago. And I've definitely learned a lot about podcasting, about interviewing. I've learned a lot about just what it means to go after your dream, right? I mean, there was nothing like this when I started Ninja Babes. Many of you have heard the story, but it was just out of that camaraderie and out of that desire to support like my sisters, to support the other girls who were doing ninja with me. And I felt so encouraged by the girls at Movement Lab at the gym that I was training at the time. And, we just started calling each other Ninja Babes, like, you got this, Ninja Babe, come on, and cheering each other on. And it was just birthed out of that so organically and naturally. And so it just grew from just having that camaraderie and encouragement at the gym to wanting to spread that to all of you on a global scale. And so the first Ninja Babes podcast episodes I ever recorded were over at Ultimate Backyard Warrior, UBW, back in Labor Day weekend, 2017. And it took me from Labor Day until October to figure out how to edit, how to do all this stuff. And I got those first 5 episodes already. I recorded with women who were there at UBW. We ended up recording inside of a hot and sweaty vehicle because I brought my podcasting mic and my laptop with me and recorded right there in my friend's car. It was the quietest place to be in the middle of a competition, outdoor competition. So that very first episode was with Michelle Wernke. That second week of October was when it aired in 2017. And then also that weekend I had interviewed Jesse Graff, T. Jackson, Maggie Thorne, Jessica Ebert. And it was just so cool. I felt like on cloud 9, like, what am I doing? I'm starting this crazy podcast idea. Like, is it going to work? Is anyone even going to listen? And here we are 100 episodes later. And so it's incredible to be here. I'm so excited, and let's get on with it. I know you don't want to hear me ramble. I mean, maybe you do, but I want to hear all of these recordings. And so let's jump right in.
First off, congratulations on 100 episodes. That's an amazing accomplishment. What Ninja Babes has meant to me is hard for me to put in words. It has really impacted me significantly because I felt there was this ninja community and I wanted to be part of it, but there was no place for me. There was no way. I wasn't good enough. There's just no way that I would ever be able to be part of that in any way. And then finding Ninja Babes and being able to connect with that community and listening to the podcast and things and being encouraged and finding my own confidence to say, well, maybe I am good enough to be part of this community in some way. And it's been just amazing being able to just learn how to feel more confident and to try new skills and to be in this community, and really how you promote and lifting yourself up without putting anybody else down, which was, just so inspiring. And I really am so grateful that I found Ninja Babes, and I look forward to your 200th episode. So congratulations.
Hey ninjas, it's Dr. Ellie Hart. just wanted to say a huge congrats to the Ninjababes podcast on their 100th episode. It was such an honor to be picked and be a part of their show, and I can't wait to see what you all do in the future. Thanks so much for inspiring all those female ninjas out there. You guys rock.
What I have learned from this podcast is a lot of stuff that I probably should have known whenever I first started ninja training. It has helped me know what to stretch, what to work on whenever I am sore, and what stuff I can do to help my body recover quicker. I love you guys. You are so amazing, and I love all the people that I have met through ninja. Love you guys.
I have been super inspired and encouraged by so many of the Ninjababes podcasts, but especially one that Grace and Brett Sims did. Grace talked about her super easy beginner women's ninja class, and I heard about that and thought, oh my goodness, that would be so much fun to do easy obstacles at a basic level, just women in the ninja gym, super safe place for women to come and try obstacles. So I started a class at our gym, and it has been so much fun to watch the women get stronger, get encouragement and support from Grace and Kara and other Ninja Babes. So thanks so much for doing the episodes. Keep it up.
My most recent Ninja Babes empowerment moment was a couple of months ago. I went to a competition and I decided I'm going to wear a crop top. Sounds like a small thing, but I'm almost 42 years old. I don't have a tiny body. I had just lost a ton of weight, but I'm not teeny tiny. And I do have a stomach, and that's never going to go away. Not at my age. But I'm learning to be okay with that. And I'm learning to embrace my strength and let that outshine anything that I may think is wrong with my body. Because it doesn't matter how old we are. We're always going to have something that we feel like we want to hide with our bodies. The ninja community had already taught me that I don't need to hide my personality, which is fantastic. But now, Ninja Babes, through all of the podcasts and just actual person-to-person interactions, empowered me to wear what I wanted to, within reason, and feel really good about myself. So that was great. About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with something called Conjunctival Malignant Melanoma. It's an extremely rare, incurable cancer. It is manageable. So I will always need to have treatment, always have to have surgeries on it. Just, we don't know how long in between. Well, I was feeling pretty bad because makeup used to be a fairly decent part of my life. I liked makeup. I even went to the gym wearing makeup. And suddenly I couldn't. And I couldn't wear my contact lenses. That was slightly devastating for me. Such a small thing, but it felt devastating. But the girls rallied around me. And this year, I don't know if I'm still going to be wearing my glasses. I'm just coming off a surgery. I don't know if I'm going to even be able to train before regionals or worlds because of restrictions from my doctor. However, my plan is to stand on the starting block, and even if I can't start the run, at least I stood on the starting platform. And the reason I can do that is because I know now that I have all of these Ninja Babes supporting me. I know that they're going to be right there by my side. And I'm not going to feel foolish doing it. I'm actually going to feel as if, yes, all the hard work I put in wasn't for nothing. I just happened to not be able to use it at the moment. So thank you to all my Ninja Babes out there. I am excited to be volunteering during Worlds and Regionals. And just look forward to seeing everybody. Once again, Thank you.
Before beginning ninja training, I wanted to do it for a really long time, but was nervous to start, and I found the Ninjababes podcast, which helped educate me on what ninja is all about and the women in ninja before even really entering the ninja world. So Ninjababes helped me know what to expect at the gym. And then I was at the gym and I met Kara, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the Ninjababes girl. And she was so friendly and welcoming, just like everyone said ninjas are on the podcast. And I continue to listen because the knowledge of other Ninjababes helps empower me to be the best ninja I can. And Ninjababes means to me a super supportive community that will always be there. A few years after I started ninja training, I was going through some tough times and was really feeling alone. And I found comfort in knowing that the Ninjababes community was always there to support me. I would wear my Power to the Ninjababes shirt and not feel so alone anymore. So I'm super grateful for this super awesome community. Be strong, be you, be a ninja babe. Woo!
What's up, Ninja Babes? It is Nicolette McDonald, and I am just recording this video to tell you guys how freaking awesome you are, and that I love listening to your podcast. And the episode in particular that I really love is the one with Mary Layton and Jordan Thurston, in which they're discussing, course design and should there be separate and more tailored courses to the female and male athletes. And it was really awesome, I think, to hear Mary's perspective as an athlete and how she, is coming up with her plan to compete and be successful. And it was really awesome to listen to Jordan's perspective as a coach and how he's putting together, thoughtful course design for both men and women. And so in general, I think it was very thought-provoking, and I really loved listening to it. And I'm a very new ninja, so I don't really know if I've even formulated my own opinion on this, so I'm not going to speak to that. But I do really appreciate the fact that the podcast is, bringing these types of topics to light, and they're interesting to think about and kind of fun and exciting too, as we think about how the sport is going to move forward and what that is going to mean for all the athletes. So thanks so much for everything you guys do. Love the podcast. Keep it coming.
What's up, Ninja Babes? Shell Edge here. One of the reasons why I love the Ninjababes podcast so much is the fact that every single week is different. And not only is it different in terms of the topic and the content, but it's different in terms of who it's coming from. So even just the fact that if it's an athlete on there, that athlete could have a background that is entirely different from the last athlete that was on the episode. So they could be an athlete from the show. It could be an athlete that doesn't compete at all. It could be an elite athlete. It could be a recreational athlete. It might not even be a ninja. It could be somebody that coaches ninja but has a background in performing arts. Like, it could be anybody and everything that just has some tie into our sport, and I love that. And then sometimes we don't even have ninjas. We just happen to be talking to somebody who potentially is, a medical professional who puts the body back together after serious sports injuries, or maybe it's a professor in the psychology of sports. I love how much there is to learn and the different content every single week. So I love the diversity of the podcasts. I just think that's really cool, and one of the really unique things about the Ninjababes. My favorite episode is the one with Jordan Thurston. I like it because he has a very unique way and a very respectful way of being able to talk about the physiological differences between a man's body and a woman's body. And he has opinions. Some of them are backed up with facts. Some of them are not. But he has a good way of being able to word his opinions and put them together in a very respectful manner and explain why he thinks we should be competing on a different course compared to the guys. And it's not in a way that says guys are stronger than girls. He 100% recognizes that we are strong. And he actually names people that he trains, and they are names that you would recognize. And he talks about them in very, very positive ways. And I think that coming from a male coach and a man just in general, I think that's really empowering. And I think that his episode definitely got people thinking about that topic. And I mean, I had that opinion prior to his episode anyway. I quite like the idea of being on a different course for some of the same reasons that Jordan discussed. But I know that his episode definitely got people thinking in the opposite direction if they had the opinion prior of not wanting to change the way things currently are in the ninja world. So he definitely had the way of kind of planting a seed of thought in the minds of the listeners, the people. So if what I'm telling you right now intrigued you, I encourage you to go back a few episodes and find Jordan Thurston's and give it a listen, because it was definitely one of my favorites. And that is one of the reasons why I love the Ninjababes.
Hey, it's Kara here. I'm actually going to be reading Sophie Lynn's submission on the same topic of should we separate courses for men and women. Came in through email, so I'm just going to read through it word for word as she had it. I do not think separate courses for males and females will be beneficial. For a lot of women, part of the appeal of the TV show and competition is that it's the same as what the males are doing. I think young girls would be less excited about the sport. If there was a period of time where kids did compete together, a sudden change from co-ed courses to male and female could be difficult as well. It's likely that a separation would not grow the sport at all. Additionally, separate courses would put less of a focus on the females. Strong females athletes get recognized because they're comparative to the guys. If the comps were in separate waves, it's likely that the females would run and then the males. The competition atmosphere would be completely different. Part of the beauty about ninja is the togetherness of it. With the separate courses, the majority of athletes, males, would stop paying as much attention to female standings. Fans outside of ninja would likely see what they perceive to be an easier course and lose interest as well. This leads to another issue, course design. There are very few female course designers, and the point of changing the courses is to play to women's strengths. When designed by a man, it would be harder to know what those strengths are and what level of difficulty to set the course at. It's easier to imagine courses becoming more about lower body and speed. Instead of changing the course, why don't men adapt to some female strengths the way that we women have adapt to obstacles suiting them? This past season, I've seen multiple courses where the first 6 or so obstacles were well suited for females, and the course was still challenging for males. Why not make a course with a large portion of obstacles that fit female strengths but are still fun and difficult? Then put more power-based obstacles at the end. Courses should progress anyway. There can be middle ground in a course rather than 2 separate ones. Separate courses might be hard practicality-wise. There aren't many female athletes. Even in large regions like New England, making a whole course for 1 or 2 people would make very little sense. I don't think changing courses would grow the sport. People would stop caring about the female athletes, and the collaboration aspect of competitions would be gone. Course designs would also be a hit or miss when they could be just modified to fit everyone. If females adapt to males, why shouldn't males adapt to females? A modified course with a separate podium would maintain the appeal of men and women together, keeping the spotlight on strong female athletes, maintain the social aspect, and give women confidence as they get further into a course. Again, that was the opinion of Sophie Lynn.
So this is my reaction to the most recent Ninjababes podcast, and I really liked it, and I really agreed with pretty much everything. The one thing that really stuck out in my mind is that you can't just look at the top female athlete and then base an entire league or your entire expectations for women off of that one elite athlete, those few outliers, who are the top 1% of women, and you compare them to the men, that's not practical and it's not a good thing to do. You've got to structure things for the majority of women, especially if you want to grow the sport and women's participation in the sport. Now, I don't know if it's even profitable for leagues to focus effort on women's only comps or women's only courses if not enough women show up to compete. Like if I go to a comp and there's normally a whole lot less women there than men, and I just think, well, it's really not profitable for any organization to cater to women. So how do we bring more women into the sport? That's the $1 million question, I guess. I know personally, I see women come into the gym and things are so difficult that they can't do a majority of the obstacles and they get frustrated and then they leave. So I think any gym, any organization needs to cater to the beginner athlete all the way up to the elite athlete. If you don't do that, we'll never see more women coming into the sport.
My favorite Ninjababes event was the Mindset and Balance Girls event held at Obstacle Academy. I had so much fun working with Kara to help inspire our ninja girls to believe in themselves, focus on their positive mantras, and visualize their success before their upcoming competition that weekend. The next day, their smiles and confident personas dominated the course in the exact way that they had visualized doing. It was absolutely incredible.
Hi, my name is Nora. I'm 6 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. And what I like about the Ninjababes podcast is that Kara always invites good women, and every single time she invites a new woman, they always say good things about Ninja and they give me good advice so I can be the best at Ninja as I can.
My favorite thing about Kara the Ninja Babe is that she's my wife.
We're coming to the end. There's one more recording that we're going to share. And this one, I got to say, this girl's super creative. I was blown away when I heard it the first time, and I was just like, what? So pretty cool. I think you'll enjoy it. She really took her creativity and ran with it. So again, this is somebody's own perspective, their own creative endeavor. So I think it's pretty cool. So the last thing I wanted to do before we close out with this last recording is share some of what I've felt the past couple of years, because it's been an honor to be your podcast host for these past 100 episodes. I've felt so much love and so much appreciation from all of you, from strangers who I've never met who DM me and explain who they are, to my friends who've seen me podcasting away like for years now. And so it's just been such like a beautiful thing to see how the podcast has brought people together, and people I just didn't expect to were listening, and it's just so cool. So I've been humbled. I've been extremely humbled to see just how much hard work goes into this from the very beginning, when it was truly just only me learning how to podcast. I did not know what I was doing in the beginning. Just a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of figuring it out, watching tutorial videos. And then fast forward, I've worked with several different editors over the years, and now it feels like the team that we're with is pretty solid, and I just appreciate it so much. So shout out to Sarah Keegan, who is currently Ninjababes' virtual assistant and our editor. She works a lot with our website and editing the podcast every single week, and she does a phenomenal job. If you've seen like the Ninjababes Insiders page, that's the waitlist page, and just the whole website itself, that's all Sarah's handiwork. So it's like taking some of my vision and what I want to get out there, and then Sarah runs with it. So I appreciate Sarah so much. Along with Shell Edge, who is our social media manager. Shell, as you know, we just talked about this actually a couple weeks ago, but Shell came onto the Ninjababes team in October, right when I got married, and it was exactly what I needed. Somebody who's part of the ninja community at large, who coaches, who's on the scene and really gets what this community is all about. And again, I'm so grateful for her being a part of this. And then there's others like Mary Layton and other people who kind of pop in and volunteer, help out. I know there's a lot of you who are volunteering for NNL Worlds and Regionals coming up really soon. And all of that is so beautiful and incredible because Ninjababes isn't about me, right? I am the voice that you hear on the podcast. You see my face. Yes, I started it. Yes, I founded Ninjababes, but I've never wanted it to be just about me. I've always wanted it to be a community team effort. That's what we're celebrating, right? We're celebrating women being together in Ninja Warrior and that bond, that camaraderie, all of this. And if there's more ways that any of you, no matter how old, whoever you are, would like to be more involved with Ninjababes on a planning level, on a volunteer level, in any capacity, definitely send me an email and tell me what you're thinking. I always love collaborating, and coming up, as many of you know, is the Ninjababes Insiders launch, and that will be happening probably, I want to say June, but there's no date yet. Probably June 1st is my tentative date. Ninjababes Insiders is going to be a way for girls and women all over the world to share their tutorial videos, to share their progress videos of ninja obstacles and skills, and share that with one another and help each other learn and grow. It's going to be a free community-based online portal. So that's a lot of work to get done. So anyone else who wants to volunteer and help make that happen, I am so ready for you to jump in there. But once it's ready, it's going to be another incredible thing. And then, a year from now, we're going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of Insiders. And, it's just so cool. All the stuff that is continuing to grow. And I'm so incredibly thankful for the amazing girls and women out there who want to be a part of this. So thank you. I think the second thing I've learned is just after being humbled, I've been challenged, right? It's been a challenge to be willing to go after this dream of starting the podcast and starting this community when I really didn't know if I had the resources that I needed or if I knew exactly how to do that. And like I said, it's been a challenge, but to step up and just be willing to go after my dream is a message that I would want to share with all of you. And I feel like I have from day one on the podcast, is just go after this, right? Whether it's ninja or something different, if you have a dream that you're working on, there was no one to sit down with me and go over how do you make a podcast, Kara? No, it was like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. I like podcasts. I think it's a great medium. I'm just going to watch tutorials and figure it out. So if there's something, whether it's, a specific skill in ninja or something else, do not be afraid just to be willing to be that first person on the line, figuring it out on your own, asking a friend, trying to ask around all the resources you can find. And then if you're still coming up dry, be willing to put in the hard work and learn a skill on your own. So it's paid off, right? It's been so cool. And here we are at 100 episodes. And then lastly, I've realized how important it is to share your story. Everyone has a different experience in life. Everyone, through Ninjababes, we're here. We have this commonality that is ninja. That's what's brought us together. But all of us still have different backgrounds. We live in different places of the world, of the country. And so to be able to allow us to come together is pretty incredible. And I know ninjas talk about this a lot, but to be able to work together, respect one another, care about one another, and have this common bond through our sport is really unique. And I feel so grateful and blessed and just happy that Ninjababes exists, that Ninja Warrior exists. And I realize how important it is for all of you to share your stories. Even if it's on a small scale or on a larger scale, people learn from what you've been through. People's lives can be changed by hearing a lesson that you've learned and realizing how that applies to their situation right now and making better choices because of it, right? There's so many ways that when we open up and we're transparent and we're willing to talk about an experience, it can shape and mold someone else's life. And that is powerful. I think that's been my favorite part of all of this, is realizing that when I open up and share what I've gone through, people connect with it, and it changes their way of thinking, or it changes how they feel about a situation. And the same for all of you when you've come on to the podcast, or when you've come on to the Instagram and shared your story in a little bit in a wow post and things like that. I see how other people connect with it. And that is why it's so important and been so impactful for me and for everyone who listens and realizes the same thing, that people's lives are changed when we open up and we're willing to talk and we're willing to be transparent and vulnerable, and when we respect each other and listen. Wow, 100 episodes. I cannot wait to make it to 200 episodes. And I hope that all of you will continue on this journey with us as we make it through into the future years to come of Ninjababes podcast. So cheers. I want to raise a glass and cheers all of you right now. If there are other ways that you would want to give financially, you can head on over to patreon.com/Ninjababes. And that, again, is where you find all of the bonus content for Patreon subscribers, as well as free gifts and things like that. Check out all the new merch that's coming out this spring. There's a few things in the Ninjababes store now that's new, but there'll be a couple more items coming out this weekend next. So those are my little announcements, but I love all of you. I appreciate all of you so much. It's been so incredible. So thank you. Thank you, Ninjababes. And remember, be strong, be you, be a Ninja Babe.
Why do you work out all the time?
Why are your hands so rough?
Why do you put yourself through it?
What if you fall?
What if you get hurt? Why do you want muscles like that? My answer? Why not? I am the very definition of strength. Being born a woman is by nature a constant lesson in pain management. So I say, bring the pain. Because without pain, there's no life. A woman can grow a human life, deliver it into this world, and nourish it with her body. That is a miracle. We are miracles. I am a miracle. Why do I do this? Because I have to. I celebrate the pain. I refuse to be someone else's idea of a woman. I'm not dainty or squeamish. I'm rock hard, yet malleable. I am sinewy, yet flexible. Yes, I may fall. I may fail. But I will learn from it. I will get up, dust myself off, and prepare for the next run. I don't feel sorry for myself for failing. I feel sorry for the ones who never try. I'm a warrior. I am a shield maiden. I'm a barbarian. I'm a wicked witch. I'm a cold, hard bitch. I'm a Valkyrie. I'm an Amazon. I am a ninja.